Today we're going to talk about how you can make money at home so that you can homeschool. Hey, I'm Amanda and this is the Bealles. This is my family and I am a former homeschool mom. My kids all graduated from homeschool and are now college educated and are kind of living their lives. So I get asked a lot of questions now from folks who are maybe homeschooling for the first time or just kind of interested in homeschooling about how to make it work. And one of the questions I get a lot is, how do you make money from home so you can homeschool? Because not everyone can afford to just quit their job, go home, and not have any income coming in. And I totally know that that's a reality. And so I'm going to tell you not just ways that people that I know homeschool and make money at home, but I'm also going to tell you a little bit about how I did it, and hopefully that'll help you to be able to make money from home. So first, let me tell you that I quizzed all the ladies in my homeschool group and other moms that I know, and I said, how do you make money and homeschool? And I got an entire variety of things that people did, things that I didn't even know people did. And I'm going to tell you, I made the list and I'm going to tell you what they actually said they did. So a lot of folks did sales jobs. And I think you know what I'm talking about. doTERRA, Pampered Chef, Norwex, Mary Kay, all of those kind of at-home sales jobs that people do. And there are a lot of folks that I know that have done it and are actually really super successful at it. So that's one thing that people do, and you might have thought of that too. Someone else said that they are a life coach, actually a few people, life coach or business coach. You might be super into that, and I totally support that. Again, the people that I know that do that are really successful and like out there and doing their thing. I had one person who said they sew and sell on Etsy, and again, very talented, enjoys it. I'm so proud to, frankly, all these people, all the things that they do. It's just amazing that I know so many gifted people. Homesteading, I bet you already knew that I knew some homesteaders, but people who are actually making money on their homestead, not just, doing it for their family, which is great in and of themselves, but they've also turned it into a business, and that's totally possible. And one person said that they're an RN and they do virtual visits, which I thought was really interesting and certainly something that's probably more popular now. Then I had someone who, this was one that totally blew my mind because I am not a makeup person, but she said she had a lash extension studio in her home. And I thought, oh my word, I bet that does really well. I don't know a thing about it, but I mean, if you're into makeup and beauty, what a great thing that you could do. I have a really good friend who did photography when her children were homeschooled to make money from home, and she also did a really great business. In fact, she did all the photography for our homeschool group every year for seniors and just for a lot of things, so that was really great business. I have one good friend who creates and sells art on Etsy and other events. And then she also has paint parties and teaches art classes. So she's actually found multiple ways to take her love of art and her creativity and turn it into multiple streams of income. I have one friend that babysits and another who's a freelance writer for magazines. I have one good friend, you might even know her, who does real estate transactions in her spare time, and she's done a really great job with that. And also many friends that do VA or virtual assistant work from home. So that's just a variety, just from the little bit of people I know, sitting in my place in rural Western North Carolina. So I'm sure if you ask around, there's a lot of folks that you know who are making money from home, and you'd be surprised at the opportunities that are available to you wherever you are. Because if we can make money doing that here where we are, if you're in a suburban or even urban area, you probably have many more opportunities. I think there's really just one key to making money from home, and that's take what you love and turn it into a business. All those things that I just named that people are doing, they're taking things that they love and appreciate and finding ways to turn that into a stream of income that's going to help them in their spare time to be able to not just take care of their family, but also take care of their family's finances, which is why we're all interested in working, right? So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I've done over the years to help improve my family's income. And when we started homeschooling, at first, I didn't work at all. I just focused on homeschooling my children. And I'm going to tell you right now, the very first thing that I did wasn't focus on making money from home. When I first stayed home, my focus was getting our finances in order in terms of what we were spending. Maybe that's a possibility for you. Now, we had to live off of Rick's income and it was very tight. You guys have heard that story a million times. And so our budget was very limited and I had to force myself to cut everything back. We got rid of cable, we got rid of car payments, just everything that we had that was just sucking up our income. We got rid of it and cut it down to bare bones. And I think that might be the first practical step. If you really need to be hands-on and it's your first year of homeschooling, consider that. If you can do it, if you can swing it, focus on getting your finances in order, because that'll actually help you when it comes to running your own business, keeping your finances in order for that. The last thing you want to do is have finances out of order and throw a business on top of that. That'll get awfully complicated. So get your finances in order first, then work on starting a business. I want to say this too about starting a business. There is no business that I named on that list, not one, that was free. It's not. I think one of the things I hear from people when they're looking for something to start, they're looking for something to start that's inexpensive. And there's a lot of great inexpensive things on that list. I mean, one of the reasons people get started with at-home sales programs is because for just a few $100s, you can buy the products and start selling them. And if it's something you believe in, that's not terribly expensive. Running a business costs money, and don't consider that it doesn't. You know, unless you're actually going to go work for someone else and they are going to pay you money, that's the only way you're going to get involved in something where you're not going to put any money forward. But you can do things frugally, and that's what I'm here to tell you about. So the first things that I did, I tried at-home sales. And you guys probably know that. If you've been watching my channel a long time, you know that I have sold both doTERRA and Pampered Chef in the past. And frankly, I'd still do them again. I really like both products, and I have zero problem with promoting them. I just got busy with something else, so I haven't had it in the forefront lately. But I think that's, again, if you're going to do some at-home sales, you know, it's not terribly expensive to get involved with it, especially like when I was doing Pampered Chef. I already had a lot of Pampered Chef products. I didn't really need to buy into a bunch of it because there was so much that I had on hand. And I already was so familiar with it. I didn't need to like take a bunch of courses or anything. I knew how Pampered Chef worked, and I could easily talk about it and tell people about it. And I didn't feel any guilt at all because I knew I was telling them about something that was actually going to help them, going to be beneficial to them, and would save them time and money in the long run. So believe me, I have zero problem with that. And the same thing with doTERRA. If I ever got anything again, I probably would tell people about doTERRA more, especially this year when people had limited access to at-home health products. I thought it was just really great to know that I had all my essential oil collection here at the house and we were set. So I personally love doTERRA and love essential oil products. So that's why I sold it and I was totally comfortable with it. So I'm for that. If there is a product that you love, that you have, that you know about, that you're comfortable with, and you don't mind doing sales and promotion, then do that. By all means, let people know. I tell you about products on here all the time that I like and appreciate. But, you know, it's just a matter of I'm sharing with you something that I think is actually good and I think is worthwhile, and then you can make the decision what you want to do with that. So sales works if you're going to have integrity about it, because everybody knows when people don't have integrity about it. And I think sometimes you get really hungry to make money when you're at home and you don't have any kind of income coming in. So you might just like want to rush into something. For instance, I would never sell like Mary Kay or Avon or any kind of makeup product, because if you know me, you know I am not into that. Like, I'm wearing makeup, but this is a rare occasion if you've watched my videos, and it's just not my thing. But there are people who really love it, like the person with the lash extension studio. So if that is something that you're passionate about and you're very knowledgeable about and you can help people with, by all means, do it. You can be a help to them. I am lucky that I have my daughter here in the house. Otherwise, I'd probably be hunting down someone with, you know, information about makeup. I got nothing. So just feel good about that. There's people who need people of every kind of sales opportunity. So just feel confident that you can do that, and it's a good thing. It'll help your family. It'll help your friends, and just be honest about it. Another thing that I did that I loved, and not just I loved, but my children loved, is we did eBay. And you might even call that resale. A lot of people do Amazon now. I still love eBay personally. I just bought something last week on eBay that I really got a great deal on and I'm super proud of. But I love eBay and I love resale, and I think it worked for me because, again, if you know me, you know that I love a good deal. And so I would often go to thrift stores with my family, and I would know that I could resell it for 2 and 3 times as much as I purchased it for. So I would do that to make extra money at first. In fact, I did that often just to make enough money to get groceries, and sometimes even gas money. Now, that works if you understand, number one, what you're buying, Number 2, what it sells for. And number 3, shipping. You've got to understand shipping. And I'll say when I first got into eBay, I decided I was going to sell some things that I had at home to make extra money. Like I didn't even actually go out and buy anything. I just went through my house and was like, I'll get rid of these things. And I did not understand shipping. But I thought I understood what the value of things were. So I put it on the price that I thought it was worth on eBay. They sold, but when it came time to ship it, I actually lost like $80 because I had no concept of how much things cost to ship, which that probably sounds like a really tough loss. And it was at the time, but it was worthwhile because I learned very quickly how much it costs to ship things. And now if I ever sell anything on eBay, I put it into the cost. So you have to understand all of those numbers. It's not something that you can do casually. You have to make sure you're well aware of what things cost when you go out and purchase them, because it's going to have additional costs than just the purchase price. So, but we loved eBay. I still would do that again. In fact, if I had the time, I would totally do it. But my boys, I just want to mention, if you haven't heard the story, my boys loved doing that. And then they started getting involved in resale when they were younger. And one year they got really into mugs. And you would think, they were probably maybe 14 and 12 when they got into mugs, and they started really learning about it because they were just selling them and selling them and selling them. So they would go to thrift stores. In our local thrift store, you could buy mugs for like 10 cents or something like that. And they would find mugs, buy them for 10 cents, and they could find specialty ones and resell them online for between $15 and $20. And some really expensive Starbucks ones, they could even sell upwards of $50. So they got to where they could find really good deals on mugs. And one year at Mother's Day, I guess people buy their mom's mugs at Mother's Day, they had a bunch of them that they sold, and they ended up making like $1,000 at Mother's Day just selling mugs. So there's definitely, if there's like something that you're really knowledgeable about, maybe it's baseball cards, maybe it's like china. I love china, like china that you would have in your house. And you can do a really great business with that, or like silverware. There's a lot of things that you have in your house that you'd be surprised you could make money with. Books are a really great one. A lot of homeschool moms I know resell homeschool books, so that's an important thing too. So eBay or even Amazon, any kind of resale, that's a great way to make money. However, you guys probably know that the most money that I've ever made is doing blogging and vlogging. And I actually started it years ago, and the main reason I started doing it at first was because I was home alone with my kids all day long and I wanted some adult conversation. There was so much that I wanted to say and share, and I wanted to talk to people. And I've had probably 5 or 6 blogs from the time I began until now. I mean, I've had a ton of different ones. And when I got started blogging, because I really prefer writing, to be honest with you. So when I started writing, I started doing that and doing different blogs and connecting with people. And I've had various amounts of success with different blogs. And when I started the Fundamental Home blog, I had a post that went viral. And of course, you make money on blogs and vlogs, at least partly, with ads. Like, when you go on YouTube, they have ads on here. And if you watch them, we get paid. And so that's how we get paid. It's not how many subscribers, it's how many people watch your videos and the advertising that you have with it. So when my first blog post went viral, people asked me a lot of questions, and I decided to make a video to kind of answer those questions and kind of show them the method that I was talking about. And that is the video that I made. That's how I feed my family of 5 for $100 every month. I will link that at the top if you haven't seen it. And that went viral. So I think it has like 2 million views now. So when all of that came together, and I started making money just from the views. And so my husband said, well, YouTube has been more financially successful, so let's do YouTube. And frankly, I was really nervous about it at first. If you watch any of my beginning videos, you can totally tell that I was very, very nervous about it. But it's actually been great. The longer that we've gone on, the more comfortable that we've gotten. My husband's really comfortable. So it's just been something that we've enjoyed doing just as a family and sharing our lives. And it's just been a lot of fun. And one of the great things that I like to do is you know, I get these really great deals on groceries and like thrift stores and things like that. And I go and I want to tell everybody about these great deals that I've got. And so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna make a video and I'll make a video and show you the great deals that I've got. And then you guys will comment and be excited about it. And it's just really good. And it helps me. It's not just about the finances at all. It helps me because it just encourages me, because I am home a lot and I don't have people necessarily in my life that I can like show these things to that would be equally excited about it. So I love sharing that with people. But YouTube isn't for everybody. Nor is YouTube free, nor is blogging free. There's expenses. When you blog, you have to pay for your domain name, you have to pay for your web host, you have to pay for courses and training and things like that. By the way, I'm going to mention it here. You guys know I love to promote Ultimate Bundles. Ultimate Bundles is having their Genius Bloggers Toolkit on sale right now. And if you want to get it, it is only $97 for $7,400 worth of courses, including courses to help you get started blogging, which, let me tell you something, if you look into the cost of getting started on all of this, you would not believe how much it costs. Trust me, $97 is a tremendous deal. There's one course in particular that tells you how to start a blog and get it set up in 1 hour. And that's a $197 course in and of itself. So if you are interested in blogging, mind you, not vlogging, not video, just writing, because some folks don't like to be on camera, but all of the things that I learned in blogging help me with vlogging. And so, by the way, I'm going to have an affiliate link for that Genius Bloggers Toolkit in the description box, and you guys can take a look at that if you want. There's a tremendous amount in there. But blogging has a lot of expenses. Vlogging does too. We've had cameras that we've had to buy, cell phones. We've taken trips and things. There's a lot of courses that I've had to take. We have an editing program that we had to buy. So none of it's free. None of it's free. You could probably get started blogging for probably $400. You could probably get started vlogging. You could probably get started vlogging with just your camera on your cell phone, but you won't get paid with YouTube until you have 1,000 subscribers and 10,000 views. So just keep that in mind when it comes to payment, and you have to sign up with Google AdSense. There's some things that you have to do, but it's totally possible. So, and a great thing about homeschooling in particular as it connects to blogging and vlogging is that you can actually do a really great job connecting with other homeschool families, because there's a lot of us out there that are trying to make money from home, and we're sharing all of our information with one another and encouraging one another. And that's exactly what I'm doing on Tuesdays. I'm trying to help you guys out, just sharing information and giving you tips. So I think blogging and vlogging is a really great way to make money from home as a homeschooler. So anyway, that's it. I hope that gives you some information that'll help you to start looking into what you can do to make money from home so you can homeschool your children. You know, there's a lot of great opportunities out there. You really just have to look at yourself and what you love and what you feel comfortable with, and then find the way to turn that into a way to make money to provide for your family. It can be done. If you need any help, go ahead and put it down in the comments below. Just ask a question and maybe I can help you or someone else can help you. Come up with an idea that works for you. Just like name some things that you love, and we'll see if we can't figure out an idea of how you can make money with it. But there's always a way. You can stay home and take care of your family and make money as well. You just have to keep looking. There's something for you. So anyway, thank you guys for joining me. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.